So hi, this is my one-shot video for case-related risks of musculoskeletal health problems by observation. What I did, I went one day to work with my friend and I observed him working, and then I wrote down what he could have for problems or what could cause any risks to the future for him. So he's a painter and he has his own company. So already from that I know that there might be a lot of psychosocial issues, as he's working sometimes really long days, like 16 hours a day. It's a stressful job because having company on his own is, he needs to finish things on time, he needs to deal with the people. So there's a lot of stress involved. Next thing I observed is that I think this job is really there's a high risk of mechanical low back pain. First thing I saw when he was putting his materials from the car, that he uses a lot of lumbar flexion, axial rotation, and then loading heavy. So that's like buckets with 20 kilos of paint, or 20 liters, and he always grabs it with one hand and then axial rotates, and he always does with one hand on the same side, so it's a repetitive injury to the same side of the back. So I also think that this could eventually cause also disc herniation and lumbar radiculopathy, or muscle strain or muscle overload on one side. Next thing I saw was when he was painting ceiling. He spent like half an hour or maybe more in one position with back extension and a neck extension and a bit head forward in the forward head position. So that causes a lot of pressure on the facet joints. And also spending long time in one posture can cause muscular pain and adaptation, as he's doing this several times a day. The problem is that he needs to finish the ceiling on one time, so he cannot stop or rest. So he's with his head over and looking up. Another thing I saw, that sometimes when he needs to paint the lower parts of the wall, he spends a long time again in one position, and that's on his knees. So he's kneeling down or he's in a squat position, and again, let's say minimum 1 hour in one piece. So that also puts a lot of pressure on the kneecaps and could eventually develop knee pain in the future. And the last thing I've noticed is that he's right-handed. So he's always holding the paintbrush or the painting roll in one hand and with the right hand, and he's painting with the right hand. That means that there is overload on one side of the body while the second part of the body is not used. So there might develop issue in the whole kinetic chain. As he's using only one side of the body and not the other one. That was my one-shot video on case-related risks of musculoskeletal problems.